Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface with the July digital sales charts for 2019 by Super Data. And as ever, I will link the article in the description box down below. But as you can see from the fact that I have decided to cover them up, ladies, we have some very interesting points of conversation to have in this month's chart readout. Also, not that it gives me any pleasure whatsoever, but at the end of this video, I will get to say, I told you so. People try to come at me about something, and I get to say, I told you so.
I'm going to make a video complaining about me.
I told you so. But, as mentioned, I take no pleasure in this. Right, let's get into it. So first of all, mobile. Yeah, I'm just going to keep it all covered up. Look, I know a couple of people saying,
I play a couple of the games that you mentioned last month, and I take exception at...
It's mobile. They're all just shitty cash grab games. Literally, just pick the list from last month, roll a couple of dice and put them in that order. Boom, done. Job's done. All right. Number 10 on the PC charts. Roblox hold the number 10 spot. Now, I had concerns about this in the last video because Roblox, of course, is very much targeted at children, a kid's game, and it's on the revenue charts, which clearly displays the microtransaction element. And a couple of people actually came to me afterwards when they saw the video and they said, look, you know, I'm aware of this game and it's got some pretty bad microtransactions. So it concerns me. It concerns me in as much as they target kids so young, when, of course, we have all this controversy surrounding gambling mechanics, people getting hooked on this sort of thing, and the worst possible thing, the normalization of this sort of behavior. This sort of behavior is very much stuff that we need to make sure is exception to the rule, not the rule itself. And coming in at number 10 for the console, Rainbow Six Siege, which was not even on the charts last month. So I don't know if they've gone into another season, another character, whatever. Might have given it a little bit of a push. Number 9, first talking point, PC, PubG. Welcome back to PubG. Hasn't been in the charts, I don't think, for a little bit, but they decided to do another sale. They reduced the price of PubG, selling at an average price in the States of $18, but in doing so, they shifted another 1.1 million units. So that gave them a great revenue boost, whacked them into the top 10 for the PC. And on console, Madden 20 slips into number 9. Now, this is quite interesting because Madden is like one of the huge annual franchises that EA puts out there. You know, you've got your FIFA, you've got your Maddens. But to come in at only number 9, and I've heard a lot about this game in terms of people aren't happy with it. They aren't happy with the fact that it is, well, I keep saying this myself. It's nice to hear people are cottoning on. It's just the same game. It's literally just the same game as before. They've done virtually no changes, no nothing. What a surprise, an annual franchise that doesn't ever change. So, look, you know, I've got to say this, as I said before. If you're one of these people that join the annual franchise party, good luck to you. You're wasting your money and you get everything that you deserve. Number 8 for PC, Dota. Dota jumping up there, which is, again, the little leap up. They were number 9 last month, leaping up to number 8 this month. And in the console charts, Apex Legends. Now, this is the next talking point, because I'll tell you right for now, Apex Legends does not make its way to the PC chart. And this is the Season 2 Battle Pass sales. So for consoles, it manages to creep them up into 8th spot. PC, no, still didn't even hit the top 10. The Season 2 Battle Pass has sold 50, approximately. This is not an exact, but approximately 50% less than the first Battle Pass. So that is revenue down considerably. And so it's very interesting that this, of course, was all happening last month. And then over the course of the last weekend, we had the whole debacle with the Iron Crown and the event, a 2-week-long event, which was essentially a 2-week-long shop, that they tried to sell a 2-week event for $170 to $200. And then bitched to their audience when they're saying, hey, we're getting really ripped off here. This is disgraceful. So it's I have to try and separate church from state when it comes to Apex Legends, because as a game, I love it. It is so much fun to play. I've had tons of enjoyment on it myself. I have personally contributed. I bought the first Battle Pass. I've bought some loot boxes, totaling altogether maybe 40 to £50, let's say, in total cost that I've put in. And that game's been out for 6 months. So I have pretty much sunk the price of a AAA game into Apex Legends. So, when of course they come out with these 2-week events where they're expecting me to shill out another £130, £140, it's get out of here. There's got to be some sort of realism. Then they claim poverty. We have a one-map game. A one-map game, which doesn't have huge amounts of players on it anyway, but we're going to claim poverty. We need these billions upon billions to keep going. Get out of here. Jog on, mate. But an interesting show, and it shows that people were put off by the first Battle Pass. It shows that people have lost interest in Apex Legends because, I would say, of the lack of updates, the lack of things happening within the game, whereas Fortnite, etc., constantly evolving. And there doesn't appear to be a shortage of money. I mean, I talk about this being bad, but, for a regular company, this is amazing. But, of course, we're discussing EA here, and EA is all about shareholders, and it's all about appeasing them. So, in the grand scale of things for them, it's not good news. And there's more bad news to come for EA, which is great, later on. But in the grand scale of life, it's wonderful. They did $37 million. $37 million. It wasn't good. It wasn't good for them. Anyway, so moving on up. World of Warcraft maintains its position at number 7 in the charts. That, of course, will come off the heels of the 8.2 release. And also, people starting to ebb back into the game because of Classic looming. Although I'm going to be very interested to see where World of Warcraft is next month. Because, of course, if you wanted to reserve your name on the Classic servers, you had to have an active WoW account by the 12th of August. And with Classic releasing on the 27th, 26th for us here in the UK, 11 o'clock at night, it also says that you've got to have a sub then. Otherwise, you don't get access to Classic. So the August position for World of Warcraft is going to be exceptionally interesting. What is more interesting? Another discussion point here. I could have done a completely separate video about this, but I'll go into it here very briefly. Whereas World of Warcraft clearly make a lot of money on things like realm transfers and stuff like that. People trying to get themselves into realms which have a healthier population and whatnot. Final Fantasy XIV and Square Enix are trying actively to make this happen for no cost. They brought in the data center movement with Shadowbringers, but they're also now trying to look at making everyone have the ability to join every data center for free. So I could log on here in the UK and I could play with my friend in America. by going to the American data center without them having to compromise and come onto the European data center with a higher ping, etc., etc., or my Japanese ladies, whatever. And they're trying to do all of this for free, whereas WoW, oh no, we make too much money from people being on low populated servers, and it is an exploitation. There's no denying that. It is an exploitation, and it's something they have been exploiting for years upon years upon years upon years. So very interesting once again to see the mentality of one company, let's rip off our audience who want to be playing with people, and the mentality of another company, let's do things for our audience to get them playing together for no extra cost. So that one was quite ooh. Number 6, World of Tanks maintains its place. Number 6 for console, Super Mario 2 making its way in there. Mario Maker 2, I should say, which has been very popular. People have definitely been enjoying that. Slipping down to number 5 on the console for number 2 last week, FIFA. And it's not great news for FIFA on mobile for EA either. Sales are down year on year 50% as well. So EA have not had the greatest of news in this month. FIFA 19's dropping, and sales for FIFA 19 microtransaction-wise have been on the decline significantly this year. Madden only coming in at number 9, and their mobile game doing 50% less. And then, of course, they own Respawn, which is Apex Legends, and that did 50% less in the Battle Pass. This has been bad news for EA all around. Oh, it makes my heart smile. Fortnite, number 5 again, holding the same spot. Very similar. I think it's pretty much the same, apart from the top 2 on PC now. Number 4, Crossfire and Fortnite. Fortnite again doing well on console, but dropping this. I think it was the last month would have been the new season, so there would have been more battle passes, etc. Now that season's in swing, it's just dropping down a wee bit. Number 3 for PC, Fantasy Westward Journey Online 2. Again, I've got to look into this game. And on console, Fire Emblem 3 Houses. This is massive. This is absolutely massive if you think about it. It is an RPG. Sure, the Fire Emblem has a following, but you wouldn't put it as a massive following. More of a cult-ish following. Comes out on the Switch alone. 800,000 digital sales it does, which is stunning, absolutely stunning, and takes the 3rd spot on console. Switch exclusive, 3rd spot, Fire Emblem. Excellent. I think it's the best launch that they've had in the franchise history as well. So that is awesome for them. Black Ops slips up, unfortunately, 1 spot to number 2 on console, whereas League of Legends drops down from the number 1 spot on PC to number 2. And here we go. I told you so! Grand Theft Auto 5 goes up to the top spot on console, Dungeon Fighter Online, which was number 2 last week on PC. Why? Because of the casino!
Oh, people won't be buying. They won't be buying money with casino because it's so easy to get.
People have been shelling out for the casino, and it's made GTA jump from number 5 to number 1 in the charts. I told you so. Sorry, I hate to say that. But again, this is a reflection on the casino, them bringing in the real money casino into the game, and the fact that you can, through the various methods, I don't have to go through the actual process, people have posted plenty of videos, you can purchase the relevant cash required, coins required, chips required, whatever, with real monies. Catapulted it to the number 1 spot. They turned over an insane amount of money. $69 million, people. That is across console and PC. But that is $69 million in July for GTA 5, which is what, a 6-year-old game? A 6-year-old game that isn't... Oh, correct. Absolutely bonkers. So yeah, really interesting July chart. Very, very much looking forward to August. I want to see where WoW goes. I want to see if that needle gets moved. I want to see if it's going to go up because of a huge sub boost into the game, going into Classic, or whether or not it maintains. Or whether or not it maintains, but people are still going to shift across from the current version to the Classic version. All these to be seen. But I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. Links there in the description box down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.